Oh my goodness!
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack.
Oh fucking hell!
He's like,
We
sucky
could
ducky, I
talk
got
playing
fire.
Did our show just fuck up already?
Oh no, not at all.
Oh,
No,
okay.
our show's good,
Okay.
no. The thing is, I'm actually saying shucky ducky quack quack. I got fired because Mr. Booker T's gone. Thank God. Thank God there is a God.
And enter Jonathan Coachman. Holy shit! After
like anybody wants to see that shit, people only want to see it because of nostalgia. Because let me tell you something, that motherfucker sucks too. Like he was the thing that made people like me hate the fucking commentary booth after 2003 and 2004. So fuck him as well. But he is a little bit more Sports Center-ish, you know, kind of like that. But before we even continue on, people, because yes, that's not written on the little like, script that we have on the side over here with these topics. We just want to throw that out there, and I'll get Hovig and Trey's opinion on that. Which, speaking of, Trey, how you doing today, sir?
I am doing A-okay. Johnny Coachman, I'm actually glad to see him because he was somebody who didn't really bother me back in the day. So he gets my thumbs up as a return. Other than that, I'm doing all right. Let's get into it.
Yeah, man. And then Mr. Hovig, man, I almost got you
fucked
up.
Call me Kardashian. I'm a fuck your fake ass up.
I almost said it. I swear to God, I almost said it.
I think he was about to call you Birdman's last name, like I called Birdman your last name yesterday.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, I'm gonna show the YouTube chat really quick too. Our boy BBM's over here saying, "Yo, Chucky Ducky," and he says that was and still is the most retired or retarded shit that Booker T's ever said. And I don't think Booker T was actually fired. I think he was just moved on to something else. I'm pretty sure you guys will see him on WWE Network or something like that at some point, which I would pretend.
Well, you know, they got rid of one black guy for another one.
Yeah, I know. That's the weird thing. They always have to swap out that black dude because before him there was somebody else too.
You know, it's too much color going on over there, man.
Yeah, and Trey, what do you think?
Plus, anyway, Booker T has his own wrestling promotion. I'm pretty sure he's been wanting to get back to. I mean, granted, he still does it, but it's like not as active into it. So I feel like, you know, he wants to get back actively into it and whatnot. So actually, I think it works out better for Booker T to be gone for a bit, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree as well. You know what I mean? And really quick, like, for me personally, this dude used to get on my fucking nerves all the time. But, you know, he has done some great shit for us. Booker T is one of the best. This is actually his old thing, his old Titantron.
Oh my God. Just look at that shit. That like 15 fucking years ago or so.
Yeah, and it still looks like new to me. I still remember he was a newcomer to the roster, and you know, it's just weird.
Jesus Christ. I remember all that shit during the Invasion storyline, man.
Yeah, dude, when he came out and did that atomic drop on fucking Stone Cold on the fucking announce table and broke his neck for the 50th time.
Yeah, what was that? Fucking 2001, 17 years ago. Holy fuck.
June of 2001, people. Yeah, so Booker T's been around for quite a bit, and he became, you know, a big part of who we are now, or, you know, part of the lure of current modern-day wrestling. And the Shark's actually in the chat as well, and he's saying, yeah, Balor should have won. You know, let's talk about that right away, actually, because...
Real quick, Trey. Fuck you.
Yeah, because his boy John Cena fucking won once again.
Because guess what? He still finds his way into some bullshit.
Yeah, that's what he did.
However, just like with surprising Nick with the Nakamura thing yesterday, where it was a low point, I think I'm surprised y'all in saying that I'm actually with you guys. I feel like Balor should have won tonight. It's one of those things where I feel like it would have been great for Balor to get that rub against John Cena and actually like overcome that. Hell, they had it perfect in the ring tonight where the crowd was even affecting John Cena tonight. That's something you don't ever see. Normally, John Cena kind of banters to the crowd and whatnot, but no, the crowd was actually getting to him, and it was Balor's chance to take advantage of that. So I didn't understand why they didn't pull the trigger for Balor to win. So yeah, I'm actually with you guys on that.
I know exactly why, because Vince has that fucking thought in his mind that Balor isn't over.
Yeah, and to me personally, it's like last time they gave Finn Balor a shot, he broke his leg, you know, and it's like, yo, we were so sure that you were going to be okay, and you had to fuck it up at the most crucial time. What other crucial times are you going to fuck this up, Balor? Same with Rollins. I don't expect Rollins to have the world title for at least another 2 years until he can prove himself that he isn't going to be injury prone every time he gets a chance to fucking shine. I mean, they gave him a legend like Steen. I mean, anybody who has ever been a wrestler or who has wanted to be a wrestler would love to be in a match with Steen and knows how important that is to fight in a match with him. And you injured Steen and then a month later you injure yourself? What a fucking waste. What a piece of fucking wasted potential that was. You know, I don't know. For me, these guys are injury prone. I don't give a fuck. But the thing is, John Cena could have easily like beat somebody else, or could have lost to somebody else and then had them go up. Because John Cena, no matter what John Cena's going to do, he's going to be one of the most important parts of the show. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, John Cena's going to do some good shit. So why the fuck did John Cena have to be in this match in general to get into the Elimination Chamber? Why is he going to take up a spot? And once again, why did he beat Finn Balor? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's fucking ridiculous. And over here, right off of Kane, apparently Jonathan Baby is back. Jonathan Coachman Baby is back. Is your baby back ribs? Like, I don't know.
Is he his baby?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I guess he wants to kiss him or hug him or something. I don't know. Like, maybe Jonathan Coachman needs to burp or something, and Raheem takes care of that. But yeah, he's saying fuck Booker T, fuck Trey. I don't know why he's saying fuck Trey, but Nick is not ready for Asuka. Actually, I'm ready as fuck for Asuka, man. Me and Asuka can go at it in an actual match. I do not want to have sex with her, but I want to beat her ass and boring the fuck out of me. Like,
God. And you know the funny thing is she beat your ass.
She probably, yeah, she totally would beat my ass. But the thing is, she beat my ass over in the head with that fucking mic today. That was bad. that was really, really bad in the beginning of the show. That fucking promo. I'm sorry. Stephanie McMahon was bad doing her whole, like, oh my god, the women's revolution. We're going to fuck this up in 2 months. Oh my god, people, it's great. Oh my god. Ronda Rousey is going to be a fucking Brock Lesnar and not show up to the fucking show. We'll get into that in a little while. But the big thing is, yeah, Asuka fought Sasha Banks. And that was a cool idea. I think that was a great booking decision as well. Pretty cool. Not a big deal. But Asuka was making these weird faces, joking around. I'm going to fight you at fucking WrestleMania. And she's like doing all these crazy faces. And I'm like, I don't know what it is with the New Japan thing. And maybe Vince is like, oh, there's nerds for New Japan Wrestling? Well, let's just do that shit then. And it's like everyone from NJPW is going to get these huge fucking pushes. I'm mad about Nakamura still, but whatever. I'm going to get over that shit. We'll save that for tomorrow night. But like with this whole fucking thing with Asuka, it's like, yeah, that was a weird promo. It really was. And it kind of ruined my whole lore for her because we saw her and doing that promo. She could have done a much smaller one during the Sasha Banks build-up or whatever the fuck. But no, it take up 2 segments of the fucking show. And that match was way too long, even though it was kind of good. But, like, we knew it was going to happen. So,
Yeah, no, that shit was long as fuck.
Yeah,
God.
So, but I mean, for the match-wise and the promo, what'd you feel about Asuka tonight?
For the promo or the match?
Both. Like, just in general. Just everything put together. There.
The promo was a fucking promo. Like, there's really not much you can expect from that. But the match was actually pretty fucking dope. Did Stephanie announce that there's an Elimination Chamber match for the women?
Yeah, the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match.
Okay, so I thought I fucking heard wrong because I was like, oh, okay, so every like big 4 pay-per-view or whatever the fuck, now they're starting to get like their
version
own,
of it.
Their own version of it now. I don't know how to feel about that one.
Yeah, no, neither do I. And over here they're saying Sasha Banks better than Sasha from The Walking Dead. Yeah, I said it, Nick. Actually, I agree with you, dude. Sasha. I mean, I love Sonequa Green. She's a great actress. She's on Star Trek Discovery right now, whooping ass. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, I can't fucking stand Sasha on The Walking Dead. And stop hating on Nakamura. I'm sorry, dude, but I gotta hate on Nakamura. But we'll get into that tomorrow. But like tonight, and I'm gonna ask Trey at this point too, because yeah, dude. Look, me and you love Asuka. We watched her in NXT, and even last night, I was marking out for her hardcore. So, what you feel about her tonight, man? Was it an increase or a decrease on your excitement for Asuka?
Okay, it's no secret that ever since Asuka's been on the main roster, I haven't been enjoying her at all whatsoever because I feel like she is running herself just like everybody else who's coming from NXT at this point. The promo work she did tonight is the usual stuff you saw her do in NXT anyway, so that didn't bother me at all either because it's at this point where even with the Japanese stars, which by the way, Nick, I got to correct you, Asuka was never in New Japan Pro Wrestling because they don't have a women's division, which is unfortunate, but that's besides the point. Anyway, it was just a typical promo you see Asuka do, so it didn't really bother me that much. As for the match, god dang it, dude, that is the best match Asuka and Sasha has had since they made it to the main roster. Man, that match blew me away. I was just like, what is this? Is this Monday night? Is this not a pay-per-view? What's going on here? Because I was surprised how much that match was amazing, man. Like that is a side of Sasha I haven't seen since she left NXT. And Asuka could always go. It just seemed like at the end of her NXT run, it wasn't as, her like she has been, and this is a side of both of them I haven't seen in a while, and I loved it. This was my match of the night. They killed it. It was a long match, yes, but it kept me entertained the whole time. It was amazing. The spots worked out for them. There were plenty of times where they could have botched, and they executed it pretty perfectly, in my opinion. This was a great freaking match. I loved it. I loved both of them tonight, Sasha and Asuka. This is the most I loved them in a long time. It makes me remember that Trey that loved them back in NXT, even though they weren't at NXT at the same time. But still, it was still that moment in time where I was like, man, like I feel like I'm watching an NXT match all over again, and it was great. So
No, I completely agree with you. It was a great match, but my only issue with that is like I was not ready for. I mean, like I know it's gonna sound crazy, and I'm not gonna like hurt the rating big time from this, whatever. But it's like I wasn't ready for a great match. Like I was so ready for a jobber ass match. Like, even the promo itself was pretty much building up. Like, yeah, they're gonna wrestle, and you guys will hopefully see Ronda Rousey tonight. Like that's what I felt like that promo was like, oh, there's a reason for them to show up later, so we better pay attention because Ronda Rousey might show up. Oh my god, and that Ronda Rousey thing has been a dark cloud over this whole fucking episode. Honestly, like right away within one night, I'm already regretting Ronda Rousey being around. She fucked it up. Like, you know what I mean? Just because the writers don't know what to fucking do about it. You know, like, dude, why did you guys gotta keep showing a promo from Ronda Rousey last night? And then why did you have to do a thing where Asuka had a confrontation with her where she slaps her hand away and don't capitalize that on tonight? Why wasn't that a big discussion point within the promo? You know, Sasha Banks, like, that could have been a great thing they could have had last night. Or, you know, have Ronda Rousey come to the show like in a month from now, and you build this Sasha Banks versus Asuka match for like the championship or whatever the fuck, like next week. This could have been a main event match. It's just so many things you could have done with this, and you didn't. And it's like, at no point, and it was a great match, but what ruins a match sometimes is predictability. And I was for sure, and there's no way Sasha's gonna win this match, and it drove me fucking nuts because I was like, dude, you know, this match is so entertaining. But it's like, I'm kind of like, I don't feel like I need to watch the rest of it because I know for sure Asuka's going to fucking win. So there's no, like, build-up. Like, with Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, WrestleMania 13, it wasn't that great of a match, honestly. I go back to that, and it was an okay match. But what was great about it is the fucking ride. Who the fuck's going to win? Holy shit. It was great. John Cena versus The Rock, that was a boring, horrible match. But as you watch it when it's live, it's amazing because it's like, who's going to win, John Cena or The Rock? So sometimes the unpredictability makes shit really, really good, and tonight it's like the predictability fucked it up for me, even though it was a great match, like you said, Trey.
yeah, and the thing is, Nick, I'm with you on that as well. Because I thought it was gonna be that typical, you know how it is, where it's like, you know, they put two people together and you're like, well, obviously this person's going to win. That's the mindset I had as well. Like with Asuka, I was just like, man, like, of course Asuka's going to win. It's probably going to be like a throwaway match or whatever and stuff like that. But the spots they put in this match made me like change my mind a little bit, where I was just like, man, like, I think Asuka may lose this on a Raw. And that kind of started making me mad as well. Cause I was like, wait, what if she did lose on Raw? That pissed me off. Like, they couldn't save for a big event? Because as many times as Sasha hit that bank statement, I was just like, God dang it, man, Asuka may lose. And I love that. This is something that I have not gotten from WWE in a while, where they just kind of like got me a little bit like confused. Like, wait, what's about to happen here? Like, it was amazing to me. I feel like WWE did a great job in terms of that match, in terms of that unpredictability with me. But then again, they did go to predictable route, as you said. So I can get why eventually it fell into your hands, Nick, where like, yeah, it was predictable she was going to win. So.
Yeah, and then aside from my boring ass ranting and everything that Red Robot he was talking about, he actually said fuck Ronda Rousey. And at this point, like, look, man, I'm not trying to like turn on her just because she's popular. Because dude, I've been saying this. I wanted her to come for so long. I was like, yes, man, Ronda Rousey, please show up in fucking Royal Rumble, WrestleMania or something. I cannot wait. But they did two big sins of character development last night with her smiling and then shaking hands with Stephanie. I was like, what the fuck? And then her not really doing anything. And then her interrupting Asuka's fucking Royal Rumble win. That was a little weird to me. But then the big trifecta for me that they do, they done this with fucking people like Goldberg back in 2002 or 2003 when he showed up, and lots of other guys. But the big thing you don't fuck up on is don't fuck up the next night, and don't make us like, oh, we were hyped, but then we don't really care now. Because the fans weren't even like, boo that she's not showing up, or they didn't even like scream too much when they showed her on screen. It was like, Ronda Rousey, that happened. And it was like, was this done just for social media? Like, are we not going to see her for 2 months just because they want Facebook to talk about it? We're never going to see Ronda Rousey? Like, what's going to happen? Like, what do you...
No, she's actually full-time. I guess what they wanted to do is they wanted to focus more on Asuka and Sasha Banks for tonight. And, well, we don't even know what show she's supposed to be on. So she might even be on fucking SmackDown. Because she might also be, you know, facing Charlotte. So at this point right now, like there's really nothing on Ronda Rousey that would make me say she can go fuck herself. Like there is no character development that like for you, Nick, you said it was shitty character development. She doesn't have a character yet to even start saying like it was it was a bad character development or anything. We don't know what show she's going to be on. We don't know if she's going to be on Raw. We don't know if she's going to be on SmackDown. But I'm pretty damn sure she might be on SmackDown, and she's going to face Charlotte.
Yeah,
because
four host women then.
Yeah, because I really don't think that with Asuka, because she won the fucking Royal Rumble, and now there's going to be that whole Elimination Chamber match for the WWE title. So I'm thinking what's going to happen is that, I don't know, for some reason,
they're going to be the queens on both their brands, most likely.
Yeah, so what I really think is that Sasha Banks is probably going to end up winning the title at fucking Elimination Chamber, and then she's going to have to go face Asuka at WrestleMania. And what's going to happen is I'm pretty sure that Ronda Rousey is going to probably end up facing Charlotte at, at WrestleMania. Like, that's just my theory, which is why I'm not really getting anything. Like, I'm not going to gang rape or anything fucking right on fucking Ronda Rousey just because she didn't show up today. Only because, like I said, we still don't know what's going on. We don't know what show she's going to be on. We don't even know the type of character she's going to be. The only thing I know is that from last night, she pretty much was like, the whole thing was that she was almost kind of throwing it at everybody's face like, I'm here, bitches. You're all going to get fucked up. And that's why I loved when she went up to Stephanie McMahon and did the whole handshake thing. And she goes, I'm going to kick your ass. Once again, just push me, bitch. Just push me. She's doing one of those things, So, yeah. which is why I wasn't really like, like, oh, shit. Like, I was a little disappointed that Ronda Rousey wasn't there. But at the same time, it didn't really affect me too much because, like I said, we don't know what show she's going to even be on.
And we're just at the very beginning of the road to WrestleMania, so that is one thing.
Yeah. That shit, we're barely 24 hours out right now.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, what I get scared of is, and this is the thing I've always had a problem with your boy, The Undertaker, is when he would show up after 2 months, or it'll be like a month left to WrestleMania, he would show up, do stare downs.
After 20-some-odd years, he's allowed to.
True. But, you know what I mean? Like, these guys will do that, and I'm like, I just don't want Ronda to do that because she is capable,
No. She's actually signed on to be full-time, so we're probably going to most likely see her most of the year.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But, I mean, I am excited for that. But our next thing over here is your boy Braun Strowman. This, man, what a letdown. Man. So, the last man standing match, he did more of the same old shit against Kane. He has conquered Kane so many times and conquered Brock Lesnar. Even kind of, I mean, he lost. He kind of conquered Brock Lesnar last night, too. Braun Strowman is a fucking monster beyond monsters. What did tonight do? What was that for? I mean, I know he's going to Elimination Chamber, but his fucking thing isn't over yet.
Well, yeah, that was just it. It was an Elimination qualifier match.
Yeah, but, like, Kane staying up at the fucking hospital, so you know what that guarantees? We're going to see this continuation next week. And then when Kane gets the upper hand because he's a big fucking red monster who's old as fuck and can barely walk right, then Braun has to get him back the week afterwards. And it's going to build and build and build, and we're going to get bored for guaranteed another month. And then we get to see Braun go against fucking Brock, obviously, because he's probably going to win the fucking chamber match. And then we're going to see that repeated storyline for another month, too. It's like, dude, this guy's been in the same storyline for a fucking year now, man. Like, it is super frustrating to me. And I love Braun Strowman. He's like the best part of the fucking show for me. But this was weak as fuck. But Trey, do you agree with this at all or not?
Yeah, I'm getting okay. Well, I don't want to say I'm getting sick of Braun Strowman. I do want to say that because Braun Strowman is still entertaining as heck. However, I never want to see Kane versus Braun ever again. I never want to see this match ever again. It's just repetitive at this point. It's the same stuff over and over again. Braun overcoming Kane. This is what I've been ranting about since I want to say 2 months ago, where like when I was in my argument about how Kane isn't the same Kane anymore. He's not the bag red machine anymore. He's not that character anymore. That's why I'm tired of this. Like Braun has conquered Kane so much. We don't need to see this anymore. It's done. Like write it off to the books. It's over with. Like we don't need to see it anymore. Just it was stupid. It was dumb, and we've seen it like many times at this point. So it was entertaining. I will say that, and I enjoyed it. But at the same time, it was pretty dumb in the sense that we've seen this so many times already. This is getting as bad as the Sasha Charlotte feud. I'm done.
Yeah,
But
I'm
at
hoping
the
we
but
can.
at the but at the same time, the only thing I could say is who else could you put up against fucking Braun right now? It's not like you could do Samoa Joe. He's fucking injured.
Well, you know, it'd be a cool thing. Like, if and I mean, look, it's like, obviously, I think it's cool because I'm the one that's fucking thinking of it. So it's like kind of like jerking myself off at this point. But like for me, if I was writing it, I would say no. Have Braun Strowman have a non-feud where he just destroys everybody. Like for some reason, Kurt Angle, like have the storyline be Kurt Angle, the authority.
He's done that so many times already, though.
But he's done. The thing is, he's done that so many times, but it's unpredictable in a sense because Stone Cold used to do the same thing every time. He would go out and he would stun everybody, then he'd leave, arrive, raise hell, leave.
As a matter of fact, let's not forget James Ellsworth was one of his victims.
No, true, yeah. But what I'm saying though is it's like, you know, when Stone Cold did the same thing over again, and The Rock did the same thing over and over again, it was entertaining because there was an unpredictability of like we know this is gonna happen, but when is it gonna happen? And who is it gonna happen to? And that's how it was back in the day with Kane as well. Kane used to go out and fucking chokeslam everybody and just interrupt matches and beat people's asses. But it was cool because it was like, well, when is it gonna happen? We're not gonna hear that putting the fire and everything. And I'm thinking like, dude, just make the storyline about Kurt Angle just trying to keep Braun Strowman away all the time. Wouldn't it be cool if Braun just starts beating up the tag teams that are not being used, and then you start kind of wanting to watch the tag team matches because it's like, hey, they were talking shit about Braun because they fucked him up last week. Let's see what tag team's next. You know, let's see what he's gonna do next, and it'd be cool as shit. Especially like we never seen Braun versus John Cena before, at least in a feud. Have him kind of feud against John Cena. You know, like we know that we wouldn't care if that was a big match. So why not just kind of get out of the way now, since John Cena's probably going to go back into the shadows after WrestleMania, and just give us a little bit of a dream match right now. Like, yeah, John Cena versus Braun Strowman. Have John Cena kind of freak out because the fans love Braun so much, even though he's a monster. Like, what a great dynamic would that fucking be. I don't even like John Cena, but man, Braun would fucking pull a great match out of his ass. Like, that'd be amazing. But yeah, like this whole Brock Lesnar thing too. I'm sick of Brock Lesnar always escaping just barely, but the fucking inch of his fucking dick, he's able to like survive Braun Strowman to the point where I'm like, okay, well, who's better at this point now? Because Braun cannot fucking beat Brock for some reason. Like he keeps getting his chance to. He's almost so close. He's always making Brock look like a bitch. But at the end of the day, Brock's the champion every time. It's like at WrestleMania now, I don't give a fuck. If honestly, it's at a point now where Braun better win that fucking title. If he doesn't win that title, no matter what, I don't care how good the match is, I'm gonna be pissed off because it's this fucking thing is getting old. Braun needs the belt. You know what I mean? It's frustrating.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is, we say that now. As much as I want him to get the belt, who's gonna take it from him if he gets the belt?
And that's a good question, but it's like that's where you get a guy like, you know, maybe you can do a thing where he holds both belts and have the guy work double duty, have him and not unify the belts, but just defend them on each show and just have him whoop everybody's ass. Maybe I don't know, like something new. I know Braun can do something. Maybe have him hold the United States or the what's on Raw, Intercontinental. Yeah, it is the IC champ.
Yeah.
Have him win both belts and have him be one of the longest reigning double champions of all time. Like, you know, I mean, for like 8 months. I don't know. You know, like it's something cool. And like this whole thing with Kurt Angle too, it's like Kurt Angle is always fucking up his lines. And I know people probably respect WWE for doing these things live. You know, that's what kind of shows like they're creative, like they're really good at acting to do this and not laugh in the middle of their dialogue. But Kurt Angle is one of the worst fucking actors on the planet. He's always fucking up his lines.
Oh yeah, he done fucked up some lines today, boy.
Yeah, and like always saying people's names wrong, adding letters and names like, "Hey, Braun Strowman." Like what?
Yeah.
You know, he accidentally said "fuck" that one time. He's like, "Hey, can you guys fuck each other? I mean, you guys got to be careful." Like, it's like, what? It's just so stupid.
I think Kurt's problem is that he tries too much. He tries to overact instead of just being natural. That's his issue.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's almost like Kranko doesn't watch the show. He doesn't even know the names of the employees of his character. You know, it's just it's weird. I mean, Kurt, come on, bro. Like, are you drinking? What the fuck? Okay, so. I don't know.
You want them pills again, boy?
Exactly, man. And then the last thing over here is, look, man, I was so happy to see the Miz back, but god damn, doing the same shit again, bro.
Oh, come on, man, that match was dope, though.
That was a good match, but can we stop?
Yeah.
They had a good match last week. They had a good match. Fucking, they always have good matches.
Fucking Roman needed his rematch clause.
I guess, but do you think this is gonna continue or not?
Nah, that's just dead as fuck now.
Okay, I hope so, man. Because
you know Cena 2.0 needs to get into that Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah. Well, by the way, too, I don't know what the hell they're talking about the thing, but Shark saying the big red rusty machine up here.
Big red mustard machine.
The red pussy machine. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But yeah, Brock Lesnar was like King Kong from King Kong versus Godzilla. How the fuck did King Kong defeat Godzilla? Actually, yeah, that's a good fucking question. How the fuck did he?
Hey, we about to find out in a couple years when they got Skull Island, bitch, up against the Godzilla.
Oh yes, I cannot wait for that shit. That's gonna be fucking badass.
We gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. But yeah, like Trey, what do you feel about the Miz thing with Roman Reigns, bro?
The same thing I said pretty much for Kane and Braun. I come to accept that Miz and Roman cannot have a bad match. Granted, this was I will say this, and it's weird me saying this. This is the worst match they've had, but it was no way bad. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I had fun, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm done with this. I don't want to see this ever again either. Like, it's weird how Sasha and Asuka was like, and Finn and John Cena was the only original thing. Not that the matches were bad tonight, because the matches were up to par for a Raw show tonight, and I'm actually surprised by that. But I don't want to see Roman versus Miz ever again.
Yeah, so. No, same.
Yeah, I think that shit is dead right now.
Yeah, and the last thing I just want to bring up before we even end this off is just the fact that we're back to normal, ladies and gentlemen. This was a bad Raw. Like, I mean, even if I know you're saying the matches were good, but like writing wise and just keeping the attention span of the viewer, I feel like this show they didn't even advertise shit. Like, I didn't even know the John Cena versus Balor match was even gonna happen, and I was watching this shit for an hour and a half straight. Like, I wasn't planning on watching.
They advertised like half the fucking show.
Yeah, they did. They advertised it a lot tonight.
Yeah, and maybe I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the wrong time. I don't know what the fuck, but it's like I was like, oh, like when I watched it at the end, because they kept saying like, oh, Kane just sat up in the fucking hospital. Like, we're gonna see what happens. So I thought the end of the show was gonna be something with Kane and Braun. I was like, fuck, here he goes. So I didn't even really want to watch. I was like, man, I'm gonna go do something else. I came back. I was like, oh, okay, since I'm getting the show ready, I'll watch this last bit. Wait, Cena and Finn Balor are fighting. This should be a big fucking deal. Like, okay, why are they giving this match for free right away and no build up to next week or something? And then on top of it, like, it just, I don't know, for me, and it was a great match too, by the way, you guys are right, like, that was an awesome match, but it was like, dude, like, we're back to the whole thing, just giving out fucking good matches and good feuds for free, just throwing them out there for no fucking reason. We're back to fucking doing the same goddamn thing you've been doing for fucking months at a time.
Does it really matter if they put a good match on Raw?
See, the thing that frustrates me, and I'm not gonna like yell at you or anything, but like the frustrating thing about you saying that is like, when you say that, like, well, is it a big thing to put that for free on Raw? Then why do people spend thousands of dollars going to WrestleMania? Like, it's so disrespectful to you, the payer, the man who spends money.
Well, I never really ever expected Finn Balor and John Cena to face at WrestleMania. So but that's why,
like, quality match. That's an amazing.
I wouldn't really figure, because they're really like not the same caliber. Like, I even felt it was random as fuck that they even faced each other tonight, you know? Because I was actually thinking that it was gonna be Elias and John Cena because of what the fucking shit happened last week with Route 25. Because when Elias went up against Matt Hardy, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why isn't Elias going up against John Cena? Because Elias just fucked this boy up with his guitar and did whatever the fuck move he had on him. And I never really expected to see John Cena versus Finn Balor. That wasn't even a fantasy match to me. So that's why when you say, like, you know, that they gave it away for free, I'm like, it's really not that big of a thing for me to give it away for free, you know?
Yeah. And I'm on the end, Nick, where I'm kind of conflicted. Like, because it's like we get so many bad Raw and SmackDowns where it's like, it feels weird because it's like one of those things where you feel like they're putting those matches just to not have a bad Raw and SmackDown, which I guess is a good thing, but at the same time,
the wrestlers, you know.
Say it again.
No, it's like they just put all the work of the show on the back of the wrestlers, and they made the wrestler. By the way, just bravo to the wrestlers, because tonight you guys made this shit good. You know what I mean?
Right.
The wrestlers did.
Yeah, exactly.
And it shouldn't be the wrestlers, because this is TV. It's not a house show, you know? Like, this is TV. Everyone needs to be on fucking point, you know? But go ahead, Trey. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. That's 100%. Because it's like that's why I feel as high as I do about the show tonight. But other than that, it's just like, these are kind of stuff. Like, even with Asuka versus Sasha, I feel like that shit, the way they put on that match tonight, I feel like should have been saved for a pay-per-view. It really should have been saved for a pay-per-view. So it's weird how I love this Raw a lot. Really did. But it was one of those things where, like, but I wanted this on a pay-per-view, though. I would have preferred to see the matches I saw on a pay-per-view. So I'm kind of conflicted, man. I really am, because it's like, I don't want a bad Raw. I don't want a bad SmackDown. I don't want to come on these shows and yell and be all pissed off and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, what can they do nowadays for us not to be mad? Besides showing us good match quality, which is something I complained about on Raw and SmackDown a lot, where they don't give us good matches. And we actually got good matches tonight. But then I'm always thinking, wait, this should have been for a pay-per-view. It's like I don't know what I want at this point with WWE. You know, that's pretty much how I feel at this point in time.
Let me piggyback off of what he was saying. Like, as he said, we've seen so many shitty Raws. Yeah, we've seen so many shitty Raws, and if we get a John Cena versus Finn Balor and they tear the roof down, I'll welcome it with open arms because, you know, I was captivated in that match. Like today with Miz and Reigns. I don't know, for some reason, every time Roman Reigns is in the fucking match with the Miz, by the way, you spelled Reigns wrong on the fucking side over there. Oh, but Reigns.
Reagan's.
But I don't know, for some reason, when Reigns is in the match with the fucking Miz brings it out of that boy. So, which is pretty eye-opening to me. And Sasha Banks versus Asuka. Yeah, I fucking despise Sasha Banks and I like Asuka, but they fucking tore the house down too. By the way, how the fuck did Sasha not die?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Man, that spot where she did the suicide. Okay, normally she kills herself anyway with those suicide dives, but that kick, freaking! I was in the car with 90s and Alan, and formerly 90s formerly part of the MCA, and Alan current with the MCA. And when she did that, I yelled, "What the fuck!" I had to hide under my cover.
Me and my buddy were sitting there watching the TV, and even my buddy was like, "Yo, she's fucking dead, bro." I was like, I have no idea. I didn't even know what happened because I looked down for a second. I saw the replay. I was like, "Oh shit!" You know, I did one of those. But yeah, like I was saying, we've had so many fucking shitty Raws, like Trey said, and if we get in good matches like these for free. Wait a minute. First of all, motherfucker, I'm paying way more for cable than I do for the WWE Network, so I ain't getting shit for free. Second of all, I'll welcome it with open arms, man.
No, I agree with you, but it just guarantees, like, because honestly, shit like this is what ruined WrestleMania last year for me. Because the Undertaker fucking Roman Reigns thing, like, I saw a better Undertaker match like before. I mean, the Royal Rumble was better. The Brock Lesnar Bill Goldberg match, I was like, yeah, the thing that frustrated me about that match at WrestleMania, even though it was a long 5-minute match, it was fun to see them have that 5-minute match at fucking Survivor Series, where Bill Goldberg just fucking spear, jackhammer. I like the Survivor Series match more than the WrestleMania match. And it was like, why did you guys do the same thing? Because now you just ruined WrestleMania. You shouldn't have gave us Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series if we were going to have a boring match that we were all expecting at WrestleMania. You didn't fix anything. You just fucked up the same shit that you fucked up in 2004. But except this time, it was Marks watching it. And they're like, yay, they're back. And it's like, yeah, it's the same quality of fucking match. Like, I'm sorry, but nah. And I'm afraid that this is going to happen with WrestleMania this year. Where it's like, yeah, if whatever John Cena match he's going to have this year at WrestleMania, it wasn't as good as that Finn Balor match tonight. And Asuka versus Sasha Banks, because WrestleMania is so full of shit to do, I guarantee you, Asuka and Sasha Banks, if they fight at WrestleMania, it's not going to be as long as their match tonight. It's not going to be a 20-minute match. It's going to be 9 minutes, and it's going to be so much worse than what we saw tonight.
We won't know.
Yeah.
We don't even wait. First of all, we don't even know if they're going to fight each other at WrestleMania. So.
True, but like even if she fought Alexa Bliss, like
right now we should just take it one day at a time.
No, true. I just for me, just thinking of it in the long, because you guys enjoy shows for what they are, and me, it's like I'm never like that with anything. I think of the big picture and just how, because it's a universe, it's a big fucking universe. Everything's connected. Somehow tonight's show is connected to a show back in 2002. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like about WWE and wrestling in general, is that it's all in the same world of each other. It's like watching a Marvel movie that never ends. You know what I mean? That's why we nerd out over this shit. But yeah, man, and like this is a great example too, by the way, too. BBM saying, yeah, it's just like John Cena versus Shawn Michaels the next night on Raw, which was actually as good as WrestleMania. And in my opinion, it was better than the WrestleMania match, and so was Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle during the USA Homecoming show back in 2005, where they had an Iron Man match to make up for the whole like loss that HBK had to Angle. And I was like, yeah, fuck the WrestleMania match. I want to see the Raw Homecoming show. That was way better. So, like I said, that's just where I come from. It just sucks for me in big picture. But tonight's show, honestly, was a 2 out of 5. It wasn't that bad. I'm just upset that tonight was so mediocre in writing and so good in wrestling that next week it's going to fail in both because it's not going to live up to this week's standards. I would be very, very surprised if we get as good of a match as Sasha Banks versus Asuka next week. I mean, if they do that, fucking awesome. but I don't think that's going to happen. Same thing with Reigns versus Miz and Cena versus Balor. Those were all great matches, and that's going to be it for a while. But Hovig, what would you rate tonight's show, bro?
Tonight gets a 3 out of 5 for me, man. I actually really enjoyed all the matches that actually went on today. Even the fucking tag team match between The Bar and Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil kind of surprised me. I was like, as a matter of fact, the funny thing is when they said that the titles were going to be up for grabs tonight, I'm like, oh, great. Seth Rollins versus JC Jordan. And I was like, wait, Titus Worldwide? I did not expect this one. It was actually quite random for me, but the match wasn't even that bad either. I mean, I enjoyed the whole Kane and Braun thing only because, man, fucking Braun just being the monster that he is just great.
Yeah.
Sasha and Asuka tore the house down. Finn and Cena tore the house down. Miz and Reigns, I really enjoyed that. Like, the wrestling tonight was actually, like Traven said, it was on fucking par. But there were a couple things storyline-wise that were whatever. Like, it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't the greatest thing either. But at the same time, 3 out of 5.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. And me being a 2 out of 5, let's see where Trey's at. Trey, what would you rate tonight's show, bro?
Man, I'm at a 3.5 out of 5, man.
Okay, that's
I really love tonight's show, and I'm surprised how much I love tonight's show. The wrestling was on par. I feel like the storylines progressed the way it kind of needed to. Are we gonna get the same thing next week? I hope, but most likely we're not, because this is Raw we're talking about here. But this is easily the best Raw I have watched in a very long time. I almost said we, like I'm speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for myself. For myself, like, this is the best Raw I've watched in a very long time, man. I'm surprised how much I love this Raw, and it makes me mad at the same time too. Because I was like, I just noticed Enzo was on that. I just noticed. Is that the new intro?
No, it's not actually. I was playing this just while you're talking to have something playing.
Okay. Because I want to say what?
No, and I didn't even see the new intro. Did they have a new intro tonight?
I don't know. I missed the intro. I caught Braun versus Kane, but I didn't see the new intro.
Yeah, I totally missed it. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Oh yeah, and the new stage design is pretty great too. I love the new stage design. I didn't know how to look. I didn't know how to feel about it because I was like, wait, this looks like YouTube. What the hell? But then as the night progressed, I thought it ended up being pretty cool. I just loved everything about tonight for the most part. I mean, it wasn't a 4 out of 0.4 or 4.5, but like even what Hovik said with the tag team match, it could have been easily a jobber match, whatever. But no, like Apollo Crews and Titus actually got to put on a show, something we don't normally get to see from them, and they had a great match with The Bar, even though Apollo botched with Sheamus. That kind of lowered it down a little bit.
Yeah, that fucked it up towards the end.
Yeah, but other than that, man, 3.5 out of 5, man. This was a great Raw.
God damn. Well, I am surprised that I'm the negative one out of us tonight, but I mean that happens sometimes, especially when Nakamura is fucking fuck. I hate that shit. Anyways, people. That's going to be it for tonight, though. Very, very much appreciate you guys watching and everything like that. Tomorrow night, we're going to be coming back for the SmackDown show. But you know what, Trey? I'm still in your fucking game, man. Why don't you tell everybody else what to be looking forward to, sir?
Yeah, I didn't have a pun for this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah, tomorrow's a SmackDown Ringside Hangouts. Join us for tomorrow's SmackDown. Hopefully, it's just as good as tonight's Raw show. And then Wednesday, you got the midweek chat attack. Join us there as well, 7:30 CST. On Friday, we got the Untitled Gaming Show. Alan got on me yesterday because I said the Unknown Gaming Show. It's the Untitled Gaming Show. Join us there on the Midnight Chat Attack Facebook page. Also, join our Midnight Chat Attack Facebook page. We've got awesome things going on there all the time. Just join us, comment on our stuff, and just enjoy what you see over there. And of course, you got the main event of the channel, the Midnight Chat Attack. Join us there, 7:30 CST. We got the after hours. I'll see from Ganja and Alan. They got anything planned by tomorrow. If not, they have something by the midweek or the midnight that night. And then, of course, you turn that clock back all around again, and you got this show right here, the Raw Reaction Show. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was great. But with that said, with Trey doing his thing, etc., people on 1 and on the 2 and on that 3, attack
the mother beeping chat. Screw WrestleMania, screw SummerSlam, screw the Walk to the Fit on the Wrestling Show.
Where was Ronda Rousey?
I didn't care, to be honest.
Why do you have women debut on the show and then they don't show up?